Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while. Two reasons for that really. First of all, an extraordinarily busy period at work when I was away working pretty much non-stop. I think during one kind of fortnight period I was only back home for 2 nights. So I just didn't have any time to film. And then this last week has been a lot easier work-wise, but I think the toll on my immune system was such that I gave in to a really bad spring cold, which I'm still getting over. I'm feeling a whole lot better thanks to those of you who left kind messages on my Instagram account. But I'm still getting over that, and it has been a nasty one affecting kind of throat, chest, ear. I'm still a bit deaf in one ear, which is not helping. So, really nice to get back and chat to you all today. I thought I would ease myself back in with an empties video because, to be brutally frank, I don't have to do any prep for that. I just get my little basket here and go through what I've been using. Actually, I think this is 2 months worth, not just March. I had to stop then. We're getting into April. Can't believe it. But probably February as well, which was a short month. I'm just going to dip in. I think there are lots of the usual suspects here. I'm pretty boring, aren't I, really? Here we go with Aromatherapy Associates. This is the Deep Relax Bath and Shower Oil, which I've used up. This is a pricey product that, as I've told you before, I really love and rate. I just find this fragrance really relaxing. The oil is moisturising in the bath. Really love it. So it's a constant kind of empty for me. Although the bottles do last a long time. I have at least one bath a day, sometimes two, but you literally need just 2 drops of this to really fill the bathroom with the most wonderful fragrance. So Aromatherapy Associates, well, it is already a repurchase. It's one of those I save up to buy from Space NK and Cult Beauty when there's an offer on usually. What else? Yeah, here's another old favourite. Not going to talk about that again. The Mitchum's 48 Hour deodorant is my deodorant of choice. I do feel slightly guilty still using a spray. I know they're not good for the environment, but it's just the one that I find works for me. Yet another old favourite, Bioderma. This is my micellar water of choice. Again, I've talked before, I try to do at least a double cleanse. I find this is very effective as my kind of second cleanse after I've melted off the makeup with either a cream cleanser or a balm or an oil. This then cleans up the job. I actually find it's pretty effective as an eye makeup remover. I do have eye makeup removers as well, specifically to kind of get off the liner and the waterproof mascara. But I've never found one that didn't slightly irritate my eyes, so I have to be really careful, whereas this doesn't. And I find it does actually get off light eye makeup remover without anything else, to be honest. I used up another bath product last month. This was a blast from the past. Badidas. I remember this as feeling, when I was a kid, this seemed really expensive to me. My mother loved it, and I used to buy it for her for Christmas and birthday and Mother's Day and things. And I suppose it shows how, our ideas about luxury and expense change as we get older. It's actually quite cheap now, but I still do love it. It's that kind of pine, but not lavatory cleaner pine smell, and it does offer some bubbles. So I got through one of those left over from the winter. Oh yes, another Aromatherapy Associates. This was Inner Strength. And this was a fragrance that I hadn't used before. This blend has clary sage, frankincense and cardamom. And I really liked this one to use in the mornings. The Deep Relax. I didn't tell you, this is vetiver, chamomile and sandalwood. which I love as an evening one, and I constantly have that one. I tend to have my baths in the evening, but if I'm having a morning bath, then I like to use this one, I think, in future. At the moment, I've got a muscle relax one, which is a bit kind of clean sinuses out, which is what I need at the moment, but I don't like as much as this one. Finally used up a foundation. Doesn't look like it because it kind of congregates around the edge of the bottle. I suppose if I got Q-tips out I could use some more of this, but I can't be bothered, to be honest. I've finished it as far as I'm concerned. There's no more pumping out of it. This was the Charlotte Tilbury Magic Foundation, and I did like this product. It is a nice light to medium coverage, definitely gives some coverage, evens out the skin tone a bit, but definitely lets your skin show through, so my freckles show through. If I don't conceal them, any blemishes show through, but it does give a nice evening out, bit of texture to the skin, and it feels nice on the skin. It doesn't break down, doesn't oxidize on me, has decent wear, not hugely long lasting. It would need touching up kind of late afternoon if I put it on at 5 a.m, but I think that's, reasonable. It's a nice product. The other thing that I liked about this one, number 2, Fair Pale, was an almost perfect match for my skin. Just toning down. It's slightly a neutral with a slightly yellow undertone, worked to tone down my redness very well. Doesn't gather too much in the pores, which is a problem for me now that I'm getting older. So yeah, it's not my all-time favourite, but I would recommend it. Definitely one to look at if you like a light, natural, but decent coverage foundation. Good range of colour tones, particularly for the paler Northern European skin tones, I would say. And it's not cheap, but it's much more reasonably priced than the Tom Ford, the more expensive ranges. So worth a look. I did like it, and I'm not prone to liking Charlotte Tilbury. Gosh, I got through another deodorant there. At least said the better. This was a hair product I got with Space NK, Sachuan Colour Save Shampoo Professional Hair Care. I just didn't find this got my hair very clean. My hair just felt slightly greasy after a go with this. So I didn't love it. I also didn't love how hard you had to squeeze to get the product out. I hate bottles that, do that. Wouldn't go back for that. And it's quite expensive as well. I finished up a Baby Doll YSL mascara. Now, I bought this because I read a recommendation. I think it was Eva in the City said it was her favourite mascara. I noticed she has quite long lashes, so I thought she might have the same problem that I have, which is that, don't hate me, but I have naturally long eyelashes, and that means that they kind of move up to touch the orbits of my eye, particularly because my eyes are a bit crepey now, the upper lid. And so if the colour isn't fast, that gives me panda eye very easily. So a lot of mascaras that people love just don't work for me. And as you know, my favourite is Le Volume de Chanel mascara, which is a very thick, sticky formula that somehow doesn't break down on my eyes, but a lot of people don't like it. I don't think it particularly lengthens or thickens the look of your lashes, so you need naturally thick, long lashes, but if you have those, it stays put and doesn't kind of give you those pandas. Now, I was a bit disappointed with this. I didn't hate it. It definitely made my lashes look really nice and kind of individualised when I put it on, but I did get panda with it, so I don't think I would buy that again. Stick to the volume in future. Perricone MD Lip Plumper. I haven't even finished this, but decided it was starting to go off. This was a disappointment. I've had a couple of their products bought in the States. They get kind of rave reviews. Most of the products smell a bit off to me, and I just didn't find they did anything for the price. So didn't love that at all. Oh God, I really got through some deodorant in the last 2 months, didn't I? I'm pretty stinky. This was the second half of a Dr. Brandt duo. I must have shown you the other one. The day one must have run out the month before. This was the overnight resurfacing serum with 2% of active retinol. I did think that there was an appreciable difference with these products used together. My skin did look a bit brighter, I thought. In two minds whether to buy this again or try and get a prescription retinol. It probably is time for me to do that, if I'm honest. Finally throwing out a Smashbox liner that I loved, but I think this dates back to the noughties. Has a little special brush with it that you kind of dip in. You can see I have used it a lot to line the eyes, but it really is past its sell day now. As is this Terry Baume de Rose, another cult product. I don't really like rose fragrances. I haven't quite finished this, but nearly, and it was starting to go off. What I really don't like about this is the pot. It just becomes gungy over time, but it is a nice lip balm. It looks nice on the lips and it is moisturising. So I do understand why it's a favourite of so many. Really, really enjoying, by the way, my Chanel lip balm at the moment. And what I love about it is not only does it feel nice, it's in a lipstick form, so there's none of that gunginess. Had a couple of perfumes, Jersey sample, which I used up. Not my favourite, Chanel's exclusive. It's lavender-based. I'm not keen. Malin and Goats, I spoke about recently, the dark rum fragrance. You know that I love, love, love the soaps in this. This is a fragrance sample. I did a Fragrance Friday video if you want to look at what I think about that. And yeah, finally used up one of my favourite Stilo Year, simply because it just, I think, lost the end bit. This was a shame because I loved this colour. Pearl de Lune was a kind of slightly frosty taupe. It was really, really beautiful. It was limited edition, of course. I have dozens of these. Use them all the time, my favourites. Seldom use them up, but that one is a use up. So there we go, 2 months worth, and some goodies there, some less goodies, some regular favourites. I think I will try and do a favourites, what I've been using in the last month, if I have time tomorrow. And until then, speak to you soon. Bye for now.